Hey guys, everyone see us here, the Bootstrap Rainmaker, and today I have an awesome message for you guys. The proven AdWords listing promotion system that will help you sell your listings faster even if you have no experience in AdWords. Alright, so this is going to be one of the topics that I'm going to be covering more in depth in my upcoming training, the Property Listing Accelerator. So be on the lookout for that one. Alright, so what are the basics of Google Display Ads, and how can you use this to help you sell your listings faster, even if you have no experience in AdWords? All right, but before we dive in, if you guys think you know anyone who could benefit from this message, please share this video down below, or better yet, tag their name in the comments below so that they get notified. See, what happens is when you guys share this, it lets me know that you guys like this topic, that you like these videos, and I can continue to make more cool videos just like this one. All right, that sound fair? All right, guys, let's go ahead and jump right in. So, what is this proven AdWords listing promotion system? It's a long word to say. And how does it help you sell your listings faster even if you have no experience with AdWords? All right, guys, let's jump right into this lesson. All right. If you guys follow my videos, you know that we always start off with this particular really simple equation. The more exposure you have, the more offers you're going to be getting. All right, super simple. All right, the more exposure you have, the more offers. So what does that have to do with this? Well, particularly with AdWords, AdWords is a behavior-based advertising system. Okay, we can target people, we can target home buyers based on their behavior, which is very unique. All right, the social media platforms don't allow you to do this. AdWords, Google AdWords is one of the is the only one really out there that allows you to do it like this. All right. And by behaviors, we'll get into more. We'll get into a little bit more in depth about what the behaviors are. But really, it's just by saying that they are actively searching for real estate. They're looking for real estate on Zillow, Realtor.com. They're looking at other real estate sites. They're shopping. They're really shopping. Now, display ads in particular, those are going to be the banner ads that you see on your phone, your mobile phone, on the internet. They follow you around sometimes, but display ads are great for branding. But in this particular video, we're going to be talking about how they're great for leads, for generating leads. All right. So let's talk about this simple AdWords display method. Okay. So by display, AdWords display, there are a few different types of ads that you can do on AdWords. You can do display ads, search ads, YouTube ads, Gmail ads, all these type of ads. But we're going to be talking about AdWords display, all right, in this particular video. First thing I want you to do is start to define a buyer profile. It doesn't have to be a very in-depth. Get yourself a piece of paper, a little notepad, and start to define what you think your potential buyer will look like, okay? Usually, you're going to start off with an age range. And this has a lot to do with the listing price, right, and the neighborhood of this property, right? If it's a condo, if it's in a retirement community, if it's in a suburb, try to match up the age range, and it has a lot to do with the listing price too, right? If the listing price is on the low end and it fits a first-time home buyer, well, you know that the potential buyer could very well be younger. But again, it has a lot to do with your local market. For instance, if you're in a city like Seattle versus a city like Kansas City, the age range for a first-time home buyer could be very different, right? The next thing I want you to do is look at the income levels, right? The income levels for a potential buyer, right? Again, if it's, let's say it's a home that is five or 600,000, right? What is the income level for that person? Right, in order for them to get qualified for a mortgage, versus let's say you're a first-time home buyer, right? What are the income levels for a first-time home buyer? What are they going to be? All right. So again, just start building this profile. Next one is, will they be local or they be relocation? Okay, if your market is a very secluded market or it's a destination type of market, then a lot of times you're going to have your buyers be relocation, right? You're going to have to be promoting it outside of your local area. But let's say if the home is just an upgrade from a smaller family, like maybe the family it's a growing family, well, then those are going to be local, right? So again, just start building that buyer profile. Next thing you're going to do is you're going to create a bridge page. And for those of you who might have heard this term before, a bridge page, if you ever heard of a landing page, a squeeze page, an opt-in page, or a bridge page, they're all pretty much the same thing. What this does is it instead of giving away all the information about the property, we put a page there to collect the name and email first. This is one of the big mistakes I see a lot of new agents and a lot of established agents too, is that they don't use this. When they start promoting their properties, they send everyone straight over to the property page and gives away all the information. What they're really doing is they're not collecting leads, and they have no concept of something called the buyer journey. And we talk a lot about this in the property listing accelerator. All right. When someone comes and they start doing their shopping and they're starting to research, if you use a bridge page, you're able to collect that as a lead, and you can start attaching your business, your services to their buyer journey. Okay? If you send everyone straight over to the information, you don't get that lead and you can't attach them to the buyer journey. Okay? So we did make two types of bridge pages here. We have one called the coming soon page. It's exactly that. It's a coming soon. It hasn't hit the MLS yet. Let's say you are at the listing appointment, you close it, everyone gets a high five, yay. But on that day, you just get your phone and go around the property and take a really short video. Don't give away the location, like the address. Don't give away the price. Take a few photographs, the front of the house, the backyard, the dining room and the kitchen. Don't take pictures of the bathrooms and closets and the garage. That's not going to help you in a coming soon campaign. All right. Next thing is you're going to have another bridge page that is just that once it hits the MLS. It's called a just listed page. It's pretty much the same thing. It just looks a little different. Okay. So once you get that out of the way, now we can go ahead and jump right over into the promotion of this. Okay. So you're going to be promoting your bridge page on Adwords display. Okay. Now, the cool thing about display is that about AdWords is that you can target people by demographics and behaviors, which is huge because we can identify people who are truly in market to buy real estate, which means your ad dollars are very focused into the right to the right type of people, right? You're not going to be wasting money on tire kickers and people who are just want to look at your property just for the nice pictures. What you get to do is you can start off by targeting locations. Okay, start off by targeting cities. All right, so you can target a city. You can target zip codes as well, but you can target a city you can narrow it down and just target that one city or that one neighborhood. AdWords has a lot of options to target. The next thing is you can use something called I want you to use the default in or searching in. And when you get to the point where you're actually creating your ads, you're going to get to a part that looks like this. And this is the default right here. People in or show interest in. This right here allows you to just get your ad to the right type of people who are showing interest in that neighborhood. Right? Can't really do that anywhere else except on AdWords display. All right, the next thing that you're going to want to do is you can use zip codes. And this is just a little trick. It takes a little bit of time at first. But if you get all the zip codes of your city and you start targeting by zip codes, you start seeing trends emerge. All right. So the next time you have a listing, you already know what zip codes to start sending them to. So that's a little trick, a little hack right there. All right. The next thing that you're going to be doing after you do all of that is you can start targeting by age and gender. And this is something that was recently something like Facebook took this option away, but AdWords still has it, which is awesome because, for instance, if you have a listing that is a higher price listing, let's say it's $600,000, $800,000 and above, well, you don't want to be showing your ads to 18-year-olds and 20-some-year-olds. It just doesn't fit. It just doesn't fit. By and large, it just doesn't fit. Here, we're allowed to still target by age ranges and by gender, because a lot of homes you'll find that leads you'll actually get a much higher lead volume by promoting your ads only to women or men. So depending on your market, but you have the options here, which is important. Okay. The next thing is you can also target by income levels, which is awesome. Now we have this thing where, let me give you an example of what it looks like. Like if I were to run an ad, I can target them by household income, and I can target them by the top, the top 10%, top 11, 20%, so forth and so forth. I use this a lot, particularly for my luxury clients, right? We get to target right to the right people. But again, if you're doing REOs or if you specialize in lower income, you can actually target them to the right type of people, which is awesome, right? Again, it allows you to narrow your marketing dollars to get the most out of it. All right, so if you have a home that's valued over 200,000, 250,000, I would exclude the bottom 50%. That's just from the way I run my ads. If it's over 800,000, I exclude the bottom 80%. All right, that's just another little hack right there for you guys. Okay, so once we do that, and once we have all of that already done, now we can start to target in-market real estate sales. Now, what does that mean? All right, when you get to a point when you're creating your ad, you can actually target people who are known to be shopping in real estate. That's huge. That's huge. Again, this keeps your ad budget focused, and you get the biggest bang for your buck for your ad dollars by targeting in-market audiences. All right, like I go in depth in that in the Property Listing Accelerator a lot. All right, so now we can actually go and start creating the ad itself. Earlier we just did all the targeting. All right, one thing that you're going to be doing is you're going to be using your bridge page link. Remember, we don't send people over to the full information. We say use our bridge page link so that we can start getting our leads and attaching ourselves to their buyer journey. All right. Again, you do not in the ad, you do not give away the location or the price. You can allude to the neighborhood and the local amenities, but don't give away the price or the actual address. All right. You can also, when we're doing this, when you run your ad, you should put on there that's a deal alert. Big headline says deal alert, and it's either just listed, coming soon, price reduced, just sold. So you can promote your property at those different stages. All right. So let's start talking about what the perfect ad would be. All right. You're going to feature the neighborhood. You're going to feature the square footage, the beds, how many beds, the baths. If it has a pool, that's a big one. Views of the backyard, views of the kitchen, the number of car garages. But these are just in the words of the ads. Okay. Now, what not to feature, guys? Do not feature this. Do not feature bathrooms, living rooms, walk-in closets, fans, heating and cooling specs, energy saving specs. Not at an ad level, okay? Once they give you their name and email, they can see all of that information. But when you're doing an ad, don't use any of that. No one wants to see that. All right? So let's give you an example of what some ads. When you have ads, you'll have different variations, and they're really, really simple ads, okay? They're really simple ads, but they give you a lot of variations. And that ad, these are just previews, right? So this is an ad, that's an ad. All these three columns right there are different ads. All right. Then we can come back over here. Here's another way of looking at it. When we're actually setting up our ad, see, we can actually bring in multiple images. So we have something called a dynamic ad. So we can bring in a bunch of images. I think it's up to 20 of them. And we can also put in a handful of videos. And we can see a good preview of how our ad's going to look like. So these are called dynamic ads. It allows us to bring in multiple images, multiple videos, multiple headlines, descriptions, and Google, AdWords, is going to do the work for you. It will rotate until it finds the right mix, and then it just pushes all of your budget in that direction. It's an awesome way to generate leads, guys. Awesome way. All right, guys, that's pretty much the gist of it, of our simple method, right? What is the takeaway here? The takeaway here is that going the AdWords display route, you're going to have a medium amount of volume. If you were to compare this to like social ads will give you a lot higher volume of leads, but really the low intent. All right, they're not bad leads, they're just low intent leads. Okay, but over here you're going to have a medium volume, but you're going to have high intent. These people are in market. One of the things that we talked about earlier, make sure you use a conversion objective. So when you're running your ads, make sure you're doing everything to conversion. Next thing is you're going to want to use dynamic ads. All right. And finally, what we talked about is having a sales funnel. And we talked about this more in the Listing Accelerator. And this is really just to make sure that you have your buyer funnels and your customer journey set up. All right. That's about it for for this lesson. Once again, guys, my name is Abel Macias. I'm Bootstrap Rainmaker. You guys keep on rainmaking. And again, if you guys think anyone else could benefit from this, please share it. All right, see you guys on the next one. Hey guys, thank you for your interest in this video. If you guys are ready to go more in depth into listing promotion, go ahead and check out and get access to my free listing promotion training guide. Okay, you guys won't regret it. For more videos here on YouTube, check out our playlist for everything to do with listing promotions. And as always, don't forget to subscribe so you guys can get notified of the next training. See you guys on the next one.